Bitcoin is still trading within the sideways range. Right now we are seeing some selling pressure in the Bitcoin price. I'm going to show you exactly why we are seeing that right now and from which level it is coming. And in today's video, guys, I want to have a general talk about the Bitcoin bull market that we are in. I want to bring up some different charts which are very correlated with the Bitcoin chart as well. And I want to have a discussion and show you guys exactly how you can monitor what is going to happen and where liquidity is going right here in these markets. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen. Welcome to the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos. Right now, let's jump into the Bitcoin price action. And guys, right here we can see that we have actually a beautiful fake out right here to the downside, right? And Bitcoin got bought up quite quickly. But yeah, right now we are not yet seeing a lot of strength in that bounce yet. We have just seen, like a quick increase right here in the immediate short-term time frame, but right now we are already experiencing some resistance, which is a very significant Fibonacci level, the 50% Fibonacci level at approximately $35,000. And I can draw a horizontal line right there at $35,000. Then you can see that this level has been acting as support and resistance in the past. And I think this is also one of the more important levels right here in the immediate short-term time frame for Bitcoin to break above. Then when we have a look at the sentiment right now is still quite negative. The funding rates are right now still negative, which means that the majority of the traders out there, they are still short on Bitcoin. And yeah, I'm personally, you guys know how I think about it. I'm quite bullish on Bitcoin, but some things have to remain in order to remain bullish. So for example, we have this nice bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Actually, we got a low right here, another lower low in the price, which we do the opposite right here in the RSI. This is a slight bullish divergence, right? But we can extend it right here. Then we have a broader bullish divergence. And of course, if we were to break back below this support, and that would invalidate this broader bullish divergence, and that would be a bearish sign. However, it is bullish so far that we are seeing the RSI trending upwards while the price is actually trending downwards. So that is just something to take in mind. I want to show you guys a fundamental chart right here as well, which has been shared by Willy Woo. But also right here we can see it more clearly. Actually, it's a divergence in the Supper chart where we can see that the price of Bitcoin is declining, but the coins are moving from weak hands into strong hands. We can see that right here. So the price is declining, but the coins are moving to strong hands. And the last time we have seen this divergence, as we are seeing it right now, was in the dip in January 2021. That was also right before we have seen quite a rally in the Bitcoin price. That was right here, guys, where we can see that the price made lower lows and the Bitcoins moving to strong hands made higher lows. That was a bullish divergence right here, and eventually we saw a nice rally in the Bitcoin price. So I think right now, if we have a look at the sentiment and if we have a look at all the indicators right here, I think still the more likely scenarios right here to slowly trend upwards. So it's most likely not that we are going to see one huge candle and just breaking out of this range right here, but it will take some time for Bitcoin to consolidate and to eventually to leave this range and breaking out to the upside. Might be even taking more than a month. We have to see what is going on with the price of Bitcoin. I think once we are breaking the declining resistance right here on the RSI, then that would definitely be a good confirmation of that bullish divergence, and that would show us that there is a change, a shift in the momentum, and that we might see a lot of bullish momentum entering the Bitcoin price. So that is actually quite interesting. One of the signs that I'm watching, we also have a declining resistance over on the MACD, which we could break as well to the upside, and which could mean that we are going to see an increase in bullish momentum coming into this space. So like I said, guys, I'm quite bullish, especially when we have a look at the funding rates. Like the funding rates is one of the most important indicators right here in the basket of indicators that I'm talking about. I think nobody else is talking about the funding rate, but if we have a look at the funding rate, and we can see that almost in no example we are seeing that we have a negative funding rate over a extended period, and then eventually Bitcoin is going to dump lower. Like if we were to see Bitcoin going to go lower, I think it would make more sense for Bitcoin to trend higher, the funding rate to turn positive, and that could be a moment that we are going to see lower prices in the Bitcoin price. However, right now I just see it as a very unlikely scenario, and I compare it sometimes with the scenario right here. Everybody right here was expecting a Bitcoin correction, a Bitcoin dump. We had negative funding rates. Majority of the people were short out there, but right now there's even a higher majority short. Everybody was expecting that correction. That correction never came, but we had quite a long period of just moving sideways. So it was also quite boring price action right here. But eventually you can see that we took off and had a nice uptrend, right? So this is something, this is a scenario I'm just watching. This is just an example I want to bring up right here, so you can know that, so you can see how these market dynamics works, right? That the majority is expecting a certain scenario, then we can see that building up right here in the funding rates. Eventually that scenario is not playing out, Bitcoin is going the other direction. I think something similar is quite likely right here. And does that mean that Bitcoin is going to go into a new uptrend right here? Well, that's possible. I'm not saying that with 100% certainty right now. It's still possible that we are going to see a bounce right here and eventually getting rejected at some key moving average, like the 200-day moving average, the 20-week moving average. That is definitely possible, guys. However, guys, I do definitely consider the fact that a bounce right here can result in the next uptrend. So that is something I wanted to point out. Then on the weekly time frame, I think things are also starting to look quite bullish. And some things I have been pointing out right here, guys, is on the RSI. We have seen quite a big retracement on the RSI right here. But the RSI is coming down almost. We are like slightly above the levels we have seen in March 2020, when we have seen that huge crash. So that is actually quite interesting. We can also create a uptrend in the RSI if we connect the lows of 2018 with the crash of 2020. Then you can see that we are almost touching this uptrend as well. I think this might be showing some significance right in the Bitcoin price, and might be showing us that we are getting supported from here and can see a bounce from here as well. And I don't have to bring it up every video, but we can see that there's a lot of fear in the markets right now. The crypto fear and greed index is at extreme lows, at similar lows as March 2020. And we got right here a chart which is being shared by Mike McClone from Bloomberg, which is basically stating that Bitcoin right now is as well as cold as 4,000 in 2020 right here. Based on the 20-week moving average, we can see that we are touching the same levels right here as we did in March 2020. So guys, there are actually a lot of fundamental charts right now which are showing us that the price action sentiment right now is quite comparable with the price action sentiment, more sentiment, right, less price action than March 2020. And that is actually quite bullish, because when we have seen that panic and that fear in March 2020, the price went actually to $4,000. Right now we are trading above $30,000 with a similar sentiment, right? So that is actually quite bullish. And also right here we can see that afterwards we just have been trending upwards, also most of the time with a negative funding rate. So that was actually quite a nice signal. Then guys, before we are jumping into all of these other charts I want to share with you, make sure you scroll below this video and hit the thumbs up button, guys. That is very much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Then for all the traders out there who are interested in trading Bitcoin right here, I'm recommending 3 exchanges down below, and one of them is the Bybit exchange, one of them is the Femix platform, and one of them is the Prime XBT platform. And there are quite some bonuses going on right now. On the Bybit exchange you can get a $1,600 bonus if you sign up using my affiliate link down below, and on the Prime XBT platform you can get a 50% deposit bonus and a 50% discount on your fees when you use my affiliate link down below to sign up. So for all the traders who are interested in that, you can find all of my affiliate links down below in the description. Then guys, I want to bring out some different charts. Let's first start with the S&P 500. I think that is an interesting chart right now because we have been seeing quite a drop in the S&P 500, and when the S&P 500 dropped, we have seen a drop in Bitcoin and so on. And a lot of people were bearish on that as well. And I want to give my take on it because this is very correlated with the price of Bitcoin. Well, we have been trading in a multi-year long rising channel right here. And we broke that rising channel out to the upside, which most of the time is showing us that we are entering a parabolic phase. Most likely that will end up in a blow off top. Similar like we have seen in 2008. We left the rising channel, back tested. We see increased volatility, and we are entering kind of the latest phase of a bull market, the blow off top phase. So guys, when we are going to see something similar, S&P 500 is breaking back into this channel, that would definitely be a very bearish sign, and most likely will show us that we are going to see a further crash in the stock markets, which most likely will bring Bitcoin down in the immediate short-term time frame. Right now we are not seeing that yet, guys, so that's also what I want to point out right here. We are seeing bearish price action. We have seen that drop, and yes, it took Bitcoin down, but we haven't seen any trend reversals. We haven't been broken this key support level. So if you really want to turn bearish on Bitcoin solely based on the S&P 500, I would say you should wait till we are breaking back into this channel. That would be a very bearish sign. Then guys, but I do see I am cautious right here. We are entering the latest phases right here, most likely in the regular financial market. So this is a chart you want to be watching if you are trading Bitcoin. Then guys, another chart I want to bring out is of course the Dixie chart, which has a inverse correlation with Bitcoin, which means that they are actually tending to do the opposite thing. So the S&P 500 has a direct correlation, which means the S&P 500 goes up, Bitcoin goes up, S&P 500 goes down, Bitcoin goes down. The US dollar index is actually different, right? It's an inverse correlation. When the US dollar index goes down, Bitcoin goes up, and the same the other way around. So right now we are actually seeing some bullish signs in the Dixie chart, and that is that we have formed kind of a reversal pattern right here, right? We got a nice double bottom pattern right here. If I bring out the RSI, then we can see that that came along with a bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. That can be an indicator of a trend change. So this could be a early signal showing us that we are going to see a trend change in the Dixie, and Dixie might be seeing quite a bounce right here. Right now that is not the case yet. We do have an interesting pattern forming right here, kind of a inverse head and shoulders pattern, right, with a left shoulder right here, head in the middle, right shoulder right there. This is the neckline. I think if we were to see a breakout out of that neckline, that would be a bearish sign for Bitcoin, and most likely will create selling pressure on the price of Bitcoin. And one of the most important support levels right here is going to be this horizontal line. If we were to break that horizontal line to the downside, guys, that will be a massive bullish signal for Bitcoin, due to the fact that the first support that we are having after we are breaking that support is going to be right here, quite far below that actual support. So this is a very important support level, one of the last supports right now in the Dixie. If we were to fall below that support, it is quite far where we are seeing the next support, which can cause a major rally in the Bitcoin price. If we have a look at the historical price action of the Dixie, which actually shows a lot of significance. So this is also a chart if you are trading Bitcoin, especially for the more macro perspective. This is a chart you want to be watching. And here you can see the more strength we are seeing in the Dixie chart, actually the more weakness, the more selling pressure we can see in the price of Bitcoin. So that is something I wanted to share. So guys, there are two other charts which I want to show you quite quickly, just to show you what you can see right in the markets. And first of all is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And yeah, basically we had this uptrend, this rising channel. We broke out of this rising channel, and right now we are backtesting this channel as support, which means that if this level holds as support, that the confidence in the crypto markets is actually still quite high, which also shows us that most likely we are remaining in this bull market. In a bull market, the confidence is often quite high. When we are in a bear market, there's low confidence. And yeah, definitely we would see Ethereum, projects like Ethereum breaking this support. We can also see it in Chainlink, guys. Chainlink is holding so far a very long-term uptrend. And yeah, as long as Chainlink is holding this uptrend, it is in a uptrend in the macro perspective, in the Bitcoin comparative. And that is also showing a sign of a continuation of the bull market, because the confidence is still quite high in these projects. So that is something I wanted to point out. If we are seeing weaknesses in these projects, breaking some key support levels, then that could confirm the bearish scenario due to the fact that there is a lack of confidence in the markets. But okay, guys, that was it for today's analysis. I hope you all enjoyed today's detailed analysis and these interwoven charts that I've all been showing you guys right here. If you like today's video, guys, make sure to scroll below this video and hit the thumbs up button. That is very much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Then for all the traders out there who are interested in trading Bitcoin, a variety of altcoins, or the regular financial markets, you can sign up on one of these exchanges that I'm using. I have all my affiliate links down below in the description. Then, guys, I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today. And I will see every single one of you in the next video.